So it is overtime here at Don Johnson Field as we're going to play at one extra inning, and then we'll get into our overtime rules as well. So it'll be like the other innings as we hit a deep drive out into center field, but it looks like it will fall short. Catch is made by the outfielder, and that's going to retire this, not retire this, that'll be one down in the inning, as that was number 8, Tommy Thaman, who switched over to center field to make the play. So that'll be Steidel going down on the fly out, and that'll bring on Clayton Hodges. This is the first extra inning game for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and we also want to apologize for all these restarts here as we're working with some sketchy Wi-Fi right now as it's been in and out, and we're hoping this one works this time. If third time's the charm, as Clayton Hodges swings on and misses there for strike number 1, as definitely been a headache trying to get this thing working as we're trying to do whatever we can do to get you guys the baseball here on the 4th of July, especially in the most important part of the game. And we see the 0-1 pitch outside for ball number 1. So count is currently 1-1. In this overtime period, Clayton Hodges up to bat. Nobody on, one down in the inning. Skips across the ground for ball number 2, so now the count is 2-1. And Hodges, rather, on the day has 4-3 ground out, a single, and a pair of walks. The 2-1. Up high once again. Bit of a wild pitch there. And we have a new pitcher in the game, it looks like. We'll look at that number there. I think, Tim, did you see what number he was?
Crossan, number 44.
Yeah, Michael Crossan out of University of Dayton from Austin, Texas, coming up north to play a little GLSCL ball as the 3-1 pitch on its way down low. And Clayton is able to get his third walk on the day. So that'll bring Hodges to first. And we're starting the 10th inning here, first 10th inning game. And that'll bring on Carson Shepard with one runner on, one down in the inning. We are in the 10th inning. It's a 4-4 game. It's not sudden death, so Copperheads will have to do something as there's a pass ball, it looks like. And we'll see a nice little jog as it looked like a hit by pitch, actually. So it looked like it ricocheted off of
Carson Shepard.
Whew.
Took another one off that rib cage area near his elbow. Dude has got to be tired of getting hit by pitches these days.
I can imagine.
At this point in the game, no complaints from him, I'm sure, as this game has gotten a little chippy here in these last couple of innings, hoping that they can get things done here.
So with 2 runners on, we have Jordan Long up, ground out, reached on an error, hit by pitch, and a strikeout. Actually, scored the run off an error, reached on a single, an RBI variety of it as he fly balls it out into foul territory backwards for strike number 1. It's a 4-4 game here at Don Johnson Field in the Cincinnati Reds Urban Youth Academy. We are recording the game right here in the overtime period. I think our stream died at about the 9th inning there, and trying to do what we can to get you guys some Copperheads baseball, especially if they end up walking this off. We want to at least have it on video as the 0-1 is on its way and in for a strike. So quick 2 strikes for Jordan Long with 2 runners on, 1 out in a 4-4 game in the 10th inning. Yes, you heard me right, the 10th inning. It is overtime. Crossan sets up at the mound, and we see time. Jordan Long calling timeout right when Crossan was getting set up there, so maybe some good timing there for the mind games that goes on this 4th of July day. Only fitting to have a game be tied at 4-4.
Only thing better would maybe be a 7-4 Copperheads win.
Would be even better. We do have number 7 at the mound, and if he were to score all of these runners, the score would be 7-4, as it is a 1-2 count now to Jordan Long on the 4th of July. Crossan sets on the mound, looks back, delivers the pitch, and swung on and missed. So they got Jordan Long swinging. Still, nevertheless, 2 runners on for the Copperheads, but now only 1 out left to survive here in the extra inning. Clayton Hodges is on second, Carson Shepard on first. Josh Steidel had a fly out to center field. Jordan Long with a strikeout. So here comes Mitch Class. Mitch Class has 3 groundouts and a strikeout on the day. So looking for hit number 1, getting some extra chances here in extra innings. Swung on and missed on the first pitch for strike number 1. That one is going towards the ground as that pitch broke to the floor. And they were able to get Class swinging there for strike number 1. So 0-1 out to Mitch Class. Pitcher is Crossan in a 4-4 game in extra innings here at the Cincinnati Reds Youth Academy. Seen a up and down game. Copperheads had the lead for most of it and then had it slip away in the 8th inning, but they did not give away the lead. They just had it tied, so it is 0-2 now to Mitch Class with 2 outs in the inning, 2 runners on. Crossan with a chance to get out of the inning as he sets, delivers the pitch. It's going to be chopped, and will it be able to get past the second baseman? It does, and they're going to call Clayton Hodges coming in. He is in. Copperheads take the lead 5-4 as in the clutch, Mitch Class comes through with an RBI scoring Clayton Hodges, and that's a big run for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. They're up 5-4, and they'll still have to go and defend, of course, and they can still add a little bit more to their lead. But wow, what a perfectly placed hit.
Found the gap in the defense there between Buzzio and Miley, and Clayton Hodges ran his butt off from second base. As soon as Coach Lanning saw that ball get through, the arms kept a spinning.
Shepard at
Hodges
second.
Home.
So Shepard at second, Class at first. Friesen now up, swings and misses there for strike number 1. Copperheads at least doing their job on the bats to get something going. We'll see if we see Beery again to come out to pitch, or if we'll see a new pitcher, as Beery has gone 4 innings. We'll see if he goes 5 like Luke Bohr. A couple of relief pitchers doing the duty for today as Matt Friesen fouls off the second pitch for strike number 2. But Mitch Class really coming through there. That was the perfect timing for a hit like that. You have both the second baseman and shortstop converging in, not able to make the play as the ball hopped over second base harmlessly. And it's just perfect because there was a play at second base that could have been made for a force out, but it got past it as we see the 0-2 in for a ball. So now the count is 1-2. Once again, Copperheads leading 5-4 off of an RBI single from Mitch Class, scoring Clayton Hodges. Hustled his way from second all the way home, getting the signal from Coach T.J. Lanning. Copperheads up 5-4. Now they take the second ball there. So now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the 10th inning, yes, 10th inning here at the Cincinnati Reds Urban Youth Academy.
Copperheads doing everything they can to stay in this one despite some of the pretty bad calls today. We saw the balk, we saw the debacle with Trey Rucker.
Now we see a swing and miss from Matt Friesen, but not before the Southern Ohio Copperheads could take the lead in the 10th inning here, as the Copperheads cannot allow anything from the Cincinnati Steam. They'll go home victorious. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if the Copperheads can shut the door on the Cincinnati Steam. You're listening to Southern Ohio Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. Copperheads have a chance to close out the game here in the bottom of the 10th. It's extra innings action here at the Cincinnati Reds Youth Academy. Copperheads lead 5-4 thanks to a mid-class RBI single that couldn't have come at a more perfect time, scoring Clayton Hodges. And now Adam Beery has a chance to shut the door permanently on the Cincinnati Steam as Max Freeze is up first. It takes the first pitch in for a strike as Beery is into his 5th inning of work. Borer started the game off with 5 innings, gave up no earned runs. Beery doing a good job following him up as we see strike number 2 on the foul ball from Max Freeze, who has a double, a walk, a single, and a fly out. So he's been a tough out today, 2 for 3. The 0-2. Chopped, fouled. So it'll be 0-2 yet again to Max Freeze. Going against the 4, 5, 6 part of the order for the Copperheads. Can be very dangerous as we saw Christensen hit a home run at his 5 slot, and he'll be on deck right now for the Cincinnati Steam, looking for win number 13. Copperheads looking for win number 8 about midway through the season. And the 0-2 just barely misses for ball number 1. So it's 1-2.
Beery painting the outside of the strike zone on that one.
It's where you want it. It's going to be a chopper that gets past Beery. Long going to have to field it, and they're going to call it foul. Maybe it bounced off of him twice. So be 1-2 again to Max Freeze. Copperheads up 5-4 with nobody down, nobody on in the bottom of the 10th inning, as we'll get into some interesting overtime rules if this game ends up tied. Copperheads, though, have other plans and want to try to close it off right here on the road. Driven about 3 hours to get out here as the 1-2 pitch on its way, and it's a deep drive to center field. Hodges running with all he got, makes the catch. Hodges doing his job there at center field, making the play for 1 down in the inning. Copperheads 2 outs away from being able to close this one down. They'll have to deal with a guy, though, who hit a home run the last time he was up, Hayden Christensen, who is 1 for 4 with that home run. And he tied the game, and he's shown that he has the clutch gene, so the Copperheads will have to stave him off as the first pitch to Christensen is outside for a ball. So good chance for a break as the 1-0 pitch is low. So it's quick 2-0 to Hayden Christensen. As we are doing our best here, we're recording this inning for you and holding you guys on your feet for this inning there as he throws a strike there. So now it's 2-1 to Christensen from the pitcher, Adam Beery. Copperheads, they went into this overtime period 4-4, and they were able to take the lead off of an RBI single from Mitch Class. We see the 2-1 pitch off the mark for ball number 3, so it's now 3-1. But the RBI single from Class scored Clayton Hodges. So that's how the Copperheads lead 5-4.
Beery giving him something that he can swing at, maybe get him to try and chase one.
And now we see Jordan Long stepping up there on the high pop fly to make the catch. So that's 2 down in the inning. Copperheads 1 out away as they're going to have to go against Huin, who has a hit on the day. He's 1 for 4. Ground out. Pair of ground outs, a fly out, and a single for Luke Huin. And he's the last hope for the Cincinnati Steam. Copperheads with a chance to close out the game. 5-4 lead, bottom of the 10th inning, 2 outs on the 4th of July. Can the Copperheads do it? Beery sets, delivers, swing and miss. Strike number 1.
Got him to chase the heater down low. Give him something to swing at. Beery, again, painting that edges, but still continuing to pound that zone.
It is big point in the season here. Copperheads. Beery pitches 0-1 chopper, and it's going to go to Jordan Long. Jordan Long, can't field it. Almost had a chance to end the inning, but Copperheads still have a little bit of time left. They're okay, only 1 runner on, still 2 outs in the inning. But unfortunate break as they had a chance to end the game as it went to Jordan Long. He couldn't field it cleanly. So Huin reaches on the error, and that'll bring on Luke Hammond. Luke Hammond with a single to left field, a pair of ground outs, and a fly out. So sitting at 1 for 4 on the day for Hammond. And with 1 runner on, 2 outs, Beery trying to close the door. Beery sets, delivers. It's going to be laced out into foul territory and right against Coach Dickey. His foot looks like he's okay, fortunately. But it'll be a quick 0-1 now to number 12, Luke Hammond, who has to apologize to his coach there.
Beery again continuing to attack that zone.
One runner on, the 0-1 pitch. Too low. Ball number 1, so it's 1-1 to Hammond. Josh Steidel doing a good job at his catcher position. Do whatever they can to try to close out the game with 2 outs. Beery, the 1-1 pitch. Fired with some speed, but it's off the mark. Did they catch him stealing? No. They nearly caught Huen. It was a beautiful throw with some velocity to it from Steidel.
Another close play at the plate. Steidel with a cannon behind the dish, showing why he's one of the best catchers in the entire league.
2-1. It's going to be a pop fly going high up into the air. Let's see who's going to call it. Shepard calls it. Makes the catch, retires the side, and the Copperheads are victorious on the road against the Cincinnati Steam. That's win number 8, and the Copperheads defeat the Cincinnati Steam for the first time this year. And Tim, Copperheads struggled beating the Steam this year, and they came out on fire today as the pitching was great, and then the bats came alive in the mid-game, and they did what they did in the 10th inning to close out the game. Copperheads victorious once again, 5-4.
Cedric, this is the kind of game the Copperheads have been looking to put together the entire season. They come out, they establish themselves on the mound. Luke Bohr came out and took care of business today. Bats started a little slow, but then as they came alive, they were able to string together hits and get guys, not leave as many guys on base as they have in some of these other games. And then the closer comes in and takes care of business. Had to be challenged a little bit as the Steam showed a lot of fight, but this team continuing to be resilient. And what a critical road win here in Cincinnati, Cedric.
Arguably one of the biggest wins of the season, going up there with the Hamilton Joes win, as they've now defeated the Steam and the Joes on the road, as the Copperheads have been a little bit of road warriors so far this season, and they pull off a big win, win number 8 for the Copperheads. And Coach TJ Lanning, as the play that's going to go down as the game winner is Mitch Klass's RBI single, scoring Clayton Hodges. Also want to give a big shout out as well to Luke Bohr and Adam Beery, who both pitched 5 innings, which was absolutely terrific, 5 crucial innings. And the Copperheads ultimately are able to stave off the Cincinnati Steam. So we'll have some post-game interviews for you, as we had to record this inning, but hopefully you guys are pretty satisfied with seeing that inning of the game. Once again, Copperheads win 5-4. You're listening to Southern Ohio Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. The Southern Ohio Copperheads were victorious today by a score of 5-4 in extra innings. I'm here with the starting pitcher, Luke Bohr. And Luke, obviously, again, you're usually used to being more of a relief guy, closer guy. How did you feel you did in this start?
I think I did pretty well. Limited hits in the first couple innings. And I think I attacked hitters really well, so I think I did a good job with that.
Fantastic, Luke. And Cincinnati's team, they've been a team that's had your guys' number. They defeated you guys 3 times, all in really bad fashion. This time, you guys were able to figure them out. Was it something that you had to go over? Was it a mental block, or did you just treat them like any other team?
Yeah, so I mean, I haven't pitched against them this year, so I haven't really faced any of their hitters. I don't know how they hit. I don't know what they do, their approach. So I think just seeing a new team was it was a good thing for me because I've been pitching against a lot of the same teams. So.
Exactly. Awesome. And again, we're going to be in a situation where we're going to see a lot of the same teams coming up, as we'll have settlers a lot of times. We'll have ice haulers, which could be a new opportunity for you, hopefully. So hoping you get to pitch against them.
Yeah.
But what is one thing you're the most proud of the team effort today in this win?
Yeah, definitely just coming back. You know, we could have just laid down and not gotten that win, but we decided to come together as a team. I think we did a really good job of that, coming out and getting the win.
Yep, you guys did a great job fighting to the end. There were some adverse moments, some bad calls in our opinion as well.
Yeah.
But you guys did a great job of working through that adversity. Once again, congratulations, Luke.
Thank you.
And now we'll have our next interview with Mitch Class coming in, as Luke will pass it over here to Mitch.
Do they? All right. Do my best.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't trip over that. There you go. We almost lost the tent.